Quaid Azam, Part 411. I read a note by Field Marshal Sir C. Auchinleck, and I read this is a top secret issued by Journal Headquarters Delhi on 11 May 1946. And now I read 7b. 7b. The separation of Hindustan from Pakistan instead of eliminating the fundamental. Now I'm up. It's a 7c. Should by some means or other the Hindus be brought to agree to the setting up of such a zone, they will almost certainly at once start planning and working for its eventual elimination and reunion with Hindustan. A Hindustan without Calcutta and the control of the Bay of Bengal is not a practical proposition, and the realization of this by the Hindus will inevitably lead to a war between Hindustan and Pakistan. In this event, HMG in the United Kingdom would be committed to fight for the retention of this zone by Pakistan and might well become involved in a world war on this account. 8a. The actual defense of northeast Pakistan from the purely military point of view would be an extremely difficult problem, as the area could in no sense provide the needs of an army or an air force adequate for its defense, and these would be almost entirely dependent on sea communications for their needs. These sea communications would be most vulnerable to attack by sea and air forces based on Hindustan and could in no sense be considered reliable. Moreover, the attitude of Burma, which would presumably be independent, cannot be predicted. Burma, influenced by China, as it always must be, might well be hostile to the British Commonwealth and set in a quarrel between Hindustan and Britain. A chance of improving her position, the possibility of northeast Pakistan having to defend itself from attack from the west as well as from the east and south cannot be excluded and would make the problem well nigh insoluble. There can be little doubt that the drain on the resources of HMG in the United Kingdom would be immense and incalculable. B. Even supposing that Pakistan consisted of a northwestern zone only, the strategic problems involved in its defense would be many and difficult to solve. The northwest Pakistan area is not self supporting in any way, except possibly as regards the cereals. It has practically no raw material or industry capacity, and all war material would have to be provided from the overseas for many years to come. It has one port only, Karachi, seaboard and landward, approaches to which are considered and most vulnerable to air attack. For many years to come, Pakistan cannot hope to produce officers and technicians for the land and air forces necessary for her own protection, though it should be possible to produce sufficient men of the right quality for such forces. C. Physically, northwest Pakistan, like most other countries, has advantages and disadvantages from the defense point of view. Assuming that it will absorb or at any rate dominate Kashmir, northwest Pakistan cannot be seriously threatened from the north, protected as it is by the Himalayas, though it might be vulnerable to a limited extent to air attack from the bases in Xinjiang. The deserts of Rajputana and Sindh similarly preclude any large scale attack by land from the south, and this is true also that the approach from the west through the wastes of Makaron, through the possibility of the offensive operations on these fronts by mobile armored and mechanized forces supplied by air, cannot be excluded. Pakistan would, however, be open to attacks by land on a large scale from the northwest and southeast. Good communications with a country to be defended are essential to successful resistance, and northwest Pakistan would be reasonably well provided with railways and road running towards her eastern and western frontiers.